Right, there we go. Hi, everyone. Hi and welcome. 1 second. Right, things are a bit full on this morning. I've been running around like a bit of a mad hatter, and will continue to run around like a mad hatter for the rest of the afternoon by the looks of things. I'll tell you why shortly, but, well, in short, I need to get some orders in ahead of the eclipse coming up next week. So I'm emailing back and forth a telescope sort of, sales people really, to find out what I need. So I need to get that order in quickly if it's going to arrive. Also, there's a big kerfuffle to do with Lulu's painkiller prescription, which I'll whinge about shortly. Because, oh my god, what a hassle. Oh shit, hang on. Camera plugged in? Yeah, there we go. Hey, sweetie. So she's running low on her painkillers, and due to the nature of the painkillers as a controlled substance, I can't simply put in an order. I've got to, frustratingly, get in the car and drive over to the vet over in Brighton and physically pay for the thing, put it in an envelope, and then post it there. Like, I've literally got to be there. Bit of a hassle and a waste of petrol. So I'm just trying to arrange that and run about really. So yeah, lots of bullshit going on. I've got to get that vet problem sorted. Yeah, like they physically need the piece of paper, as in the online salesperson. They can't just like, here's the order, there you go. They've got to actually have a physical piece of paper with an envelope. So yeah, right. Have I considered taking one for science? No, because that's stupid, SD Pepper. Don't just take random prescription medication, especially for animals. Right, hang on. One moment. Let me just load game. Right. Okay. So, no, I hope everyone's okay. So welcome back to a bit of Road to Vostok. The place is looking a bit cramped now. The shelter. The kitty's here. Hey kitty, hey Philippa. Yeah. Got a little cat there in a box. Cat in a box. Right. So, yeah, I'm just going to play for a little bit and then, then go crack on with the jobs today. Right, so, for those who don't know what they're even looking at, you're looking at a sort of Stalker meets Tarkov meets DayZ extraction shooter, which is entirely PvE, so it's all offline. There's no PvP whatsoever, which I think, to be honest, could be a strong selling point. So you're dealing with sort of events that escalate over the day. So it looks like day 8 has arrived. It's early morning, day 8 attack helicopters, apparently. So the border zone demilitarization is starting to crumble, and it's obvious that the previous rules no longer apply. While official sources ensure that nothing has changed, attack helicopters have started making frequent patrols and airspace violations near the border. So attack helicopters, so Russian attack helicopters, all 3 of them, are going to be patrolling the border zone. Okay. So, we've got plenty of cat food for Philippa over there. Rags, jackets. Okay, yeah, this stuff needs to get sold, to be honest. Right. I tell you, not trying to get political, but one of the coolest things that I've seen, so obviously on Reddit with all the footage from the Ukraine war going on, one of the fucking coolest things I've seen is that it turns out that the Ukraine war has proved to be an opportunity to test some of our weapon systems, some of our British weapon systems in actual live fire exercises. Watching the Starstreak missile, oh my god, how impressive is that? I was amazed, I couldn't believe it. The Starstreak missile, it's an anti-air missile, which basically has like, it's got like, is it like flechettes or darts or something? So instead of like a missile, well, it is a missile, but instead of just going bang, it basically launches 3 itty-bitty darts, which then ride a laser towards the target, so it's really fucking hard to evade. Because, you know, it's fucking following a laser, like you can't, once it's locked onto you. So the munition, I think, is firing the laser. Yeah, looking at some of that footage of some of the kills from the Starstreak missile is just amazing. Like, one of them just flat out, like the helicopter was flying and then, boop, just deleted, gone. Like the entire tail rotor section just fell off. Isn't it just a knockoff Stinger? No, again, new technology. It's like, it's using sub-munitions. So extremely high-speed sub-munitions. Anyway. Right, so, sorry, I'm just waffling about stupid shit. Right, so hang on, toolboxes. Alright. Okay, so these toolboxes, I need to hang on to them, sort of. I think one of them is at least a quest reward. So place that there. Put that to the back. Right, there we go. I don't know about the tackle box. I don't know what that's for, but I'm guessing maybe somebody who I haven't met would want the tackle box? Well, the opposite, Judge. I know you're taking the piss, but no, like the price of the munition versus the price of the attack helicopter. Bargain. Alright. That's always been the fear of war planners. Like, you invest all this money into a carrier. Like a fleet carrier. You invest fucking billions into a fleet carrier, and then, oh shit, what if you can overwhelm it with a swarm of cruise missiles that are, you know, a fraction of the price? Potentially. That's always been the fear. Okay, so sell that gun. So what do I have here? Okay. So what? Sorry, I'm just talking about stupid shit. So hang on, what have I got? Okay, so I picked up this shotgun, which seems to be very effective, actually. We should definitely keep the shotgun. I've got a few assault rifles. We probably don't need multiple assault rifles using the same flavor of ammunition. 7.62 54mm, 7.62 39. Yeah, we can probably sell this one then. So go and trade, remove the magazine. Okay, it's not interchangeable. Okay. Yeah, we don't need two different RK95s, do we? So probably keep the higher quality one. Remove this one. Yeah, certainly hand in these RK assault rifles. Okay. Move that there. Okay. So, what has that got? So that's got something on it. Hang on. No, it doesn't. It's just the sight on it. Right. Okay. So put that there. Go here. So what are these? These are KAM magazines. RK magazine. How do I tell the difference? Oh, different texture. Okay. So KAM. Oh, Lulu's farted. Oh, it's horrible, honey. God. Okay, unload the bullets from this, please. Why carry half-loaded RK mags while using the shotgun? Good question. Yeah, we don't need these. Well, I was only testing the shotgun last night, you see, so I wasn't really sure what it do. But it do well. Yeah, it's a good little weapon. Is this the right? No. What is the? Is it this? Yeah. But no, I hope everyone's well. So yes, this morning, as mentioning, I was having a fucking headache because it turns out that Lulu's vet prescription. It looks like I've got to go and actually get it in person, which is kind of strange. Yeah, I've got to drive over to the vet, which is a bit of a ball ache because it's all the way over in... It was either in Brighton or it was in Worthing, and I'm in Hove, so either way, it's up onto the it's up onto the motorway. All right. There we go. Have a quick bit of juice. Open the locker. Sorry. Alright. Yeah, I had a small panic there at the weird noise. Okay, so, yeah, we'll go to the trader and hand these in. Keep the shotgun with me. Do we need a spare alarm clock? I don't know. What's that? Another G7 magazine. Yeah, put that there. Take these bullets and load them. Yeah, make sure we've got... Okay, what are these? 45 caliber? Put that in the bullet cupboard. Oh, yeah, if I press... Hang on. There we go. Yeah, we've got additional cabinets to place. Do these go on the walls? I think I've seen them on the wall. Yeah, they do. Wonderful. Okay. Mount this somewhere on a wall. It's a rack. It's like a coat rack. Nice. Okay, hang on. How does one... Adjust, rotate, surface magnet. I see. So it's a there, clip it. There we go. And then it's G. Sweet. Ah, fuck ass. Place. Surface magnet. Yes, I know. Place. Then take out that mode. There we go. Oh, can I not interact with it? Oh, damn, I thought it was a lootable cabinet. If it's just like a, you know, stay there and just look at me cabinet. I suppose I can put my food, but it's probably faster if I... Yeah, nah. Right. Okay, cat food, duct tape. Okay, hand this in. Keep this stuff... Yeah, put these... Hang on. So what's this? That's my food cabinet. Lots of crackers. I'm quite hungry. Okay. Right. What have I got? So these bullets here, stack them up. These 9mm? Yeah, these are the 9mm bullets. So let's just load up my G7 pistol. Does Lulu react to the cat sounds? I'm wearing a set of headphones. They are open back headphones, mind you, but she hasn't reacted so far. So the noise is going out into the room with me. 7.6254, that's for the Mosin, I believe. Right. So ammo, antibiotics, painkillers. Right. But yeah. Hang on. You looked up and the drive is 25 minutes as a casual drive. Yeah, but it's still a pain. Still, for something that could be done... Sorry, fuck... Sorry, Gabrioris, you misunderstand. It's not that it's a 25-minute drive and, oh my god, it's not doable. It's 25 minutes there, find a parking space, pay for the parking space, go to the vet, get the thing done, then drive back for another 25 plus minutes. You've just wasted more than an hour with what could be a phone call and them sending out in an envelope. But yeah. Just a hassle. Yeah, the main problem, I suppose, is parking. Trying to find parking in the middle of... Yeah, so you've got all these roads where you've got permit only and you've got to find the right parking space. Bit of a bastard. Right. Yeah, just stop having arthritis. Okay. Yeah, just minor hassle. I've got better things to do today, such as get on with the bullshittery. Right, okay, I don't think I need the yeast at all. I can probably just start selling that. I think it's rubbish. Yeah, just start selling the yeast. Let me eat the sugar. Right. How was the jog yesterday? It was good. Yeah, went for a jog. Okay, dehydrated again. Went for a jog, did lots of running, came back very sweaty. So I immediately had a proper shower. The trouble is, though, I should have dried my hair because this studio headset, it's quite well, not enclosing, but it's got like a big, like, faux leather strap around the top, and so it feels quite gross if you try to put it on with wet hair. So I found myself doing relatively soft ball tasks, and I should have just dried my hair and just jumped straight into the audio editing. Okay. Okay, so meatballs. What am I doing? So hydration's still quite low. Cat food, you got loads of it. What's the cat's health? 65. You'll feed it momentarily. Okay, yeah. Just stuff my face with some food. Sell the yeast. Put this down here. Yeast for sale. Keep the gum. Stack the duct tape. Put it like here or something. Right. Okay. Medication. Keep the painkillers. Keep that splint. I'm not sure what the cassettes are for. Okay. Snus, we'll keep that. Right. And put cat food. Well, we'll feed the cat food. Right. Feed it just before we leave. Alright. Should I take the shotgun? Should I rock the shotgun? I've only got 8 shots for it, though. But just got to make sure they land. We'll rock the shotgun for a moment. Oh, the dog's farted again. Gross. Okay. Do any of these sights work on the shotgun? The silencer? No. Take these bullets. Ew. Has anyone in ZF talked to me about Big Walk yet? Yes. If you'll forgive me, I had one look at it and thought, oh no. I'm going to immediately get... We should play this! Yeah, like within moments. Yeah, give it a few days. Let it get launched first. Let some bugs get fixed. Ugh. Right. Like apparently I read a review which said it doesn't even have an audio slider for input mic. Just let them, let them patch a few things first, maybe. Alright. So I think I'm ready to get out there. So we'll go back through the trader. Yeah, we'll find some more stuff. So here you go, kitty. No? Yes? Tuna? Oh, did I put it away? Right. Feed kitty. There you go. Here's a good kitty. Let's go! Right. But no, I hope everyone's well. Okay. Why do they eat chips with vinegar in the UK? Sounds disgusting. It's nice. Sprinkle some vinegar on chips along with salt. Very nice. Okay, 17 bullets in the pistol. Okay. So hang on, is this fully loaded? There you go. I love the little detailed reloading mechanics. I had to press left control to turn the gun, and then I've got to load each shell and then reload with R, so click to fully reload it. A bit more involved than just pressing R. I've got to remember to do all this in battle. Okay. Let's go. Why not swap the pistol for the submachine gun? A good point. I do have a submachine gun. Okay. Is the filter on, by the way? Is it too bright? Hang on. Don't know if the filter's on for you guys. Road to Vostok? There we go. So yeah, so this morning, just a little bit frustrated by the fact that a physical envelope has to be sent and bought in person for a vet prescription, which is ultimately an online vet prescription. It's all going to go to an online retailer. So it would have been much more convenient if I could just pay online, fill in the order, done. Then here comes Lulu's meds. So after this stream, it looks like I've got to hop into the car, drive over to Brighton, get the piece of paper, put it in an envelope, send it out. But in other news, next Wednesday we're expecting an eclipse in the United Kingdom. And I sent an email to a company that I bought my telescope from, and very shortly afterwards I got a response back. The email was basically asking, can you recommend a good solar filter for me, please, to look at the sun with my telescope? And they said, can you give me the measurements of the telescope? And I said, here are the measurements in millimeters. The internal diameter of the telescope is 220 millimeters, and the external diameter, so including the dust shield, I believe is around 238 millimeters. An 8-inch diameter telescope. So I'm just waiting to hear back. I'm looking. Yeah, I'd love to hear their recommendations. Right. Am I going to get it? You almost called it a lighthouse attachment. Depends how expensive it is. I don't want to go full ham. Right. Speaking of ham, meat for sale? We'll probably check around. There's not really a huge amount that I need from this trader right now. When does this stock reset? 7 minutes. Okay, what about the tasks that you want me to perform? So I'm looking for coffee filter. I'm looking for a filter, deodorant, and lumber. Those are the main things. Coffee, deodorant, lumber. Okay, these other things I don't think I can find yet. Right. So let's have a look around. So I don't know if I'll stick to the village. We can always move further on. Hang on. Open up the world map screen. So we're here at the village. We could always move down the highway. I did go through the school through Area 5. That's the border zone, is it? In yellow. Outposts. Trouble is my gun is going to get less and less effective the further that way we go. Yeah, not a bad idea, Aquino. We'll go check that out. Right. Thank you, Alexandra. Hi there, Alexandra. I hope you're very well. Alright. I received a message last night, by the by. I received a message that was kind of strange, and I ended up chatting with her until midnight. But I received a message from the former live streamer Sayori, if you remember. And she was telling me that I appeared in her dream. And I was like, yes, of course. Yes. But no, it turns out I appeared in her dream because she was giving me a house tour, randomly. And then they entered a room, and it was full of dogs, including lots and lots of pugs. And apparently I just went, and started playing with the pugs. I like this dream. I think this is a better result than what I thought it was going to be. In her dream, I was playing with dogs. Right. Let's go this way. Oh, really, Aquino? Thank you. Good to know. I've not found anything in a car yet, but I'll pay closer attention. Yeah, but then we just ended up chatting and just talking about how life is and how life is treating both of us. I sent lots of pictures of the... Ooh, beer. Pictures of the vegetables and the roof and all that. Right. What's that? War chocolate. War chocolate? What the hell is war chocolate? And he says, I was in your dream too once. I was on a horse. I'm on a horse. Why am I on a horse? I've never ridden a horse. I'd probably be terrified to approach a horse. I've seen the videos of horses kicking people. Hang on. Do you know what I think the game needs? It sounds weird, but going through the loot stuff, I think, well, obviously it would be nice if the loot felt a bit more, I suppose, like diegetic, as in finding assault rifles in trash bins seems a bit strange. Granted, early access, maybe it'll change. But it definitely needs some just like rubbish loot, as in junk loot, to sort of, because it almost feels like empty or, oh my god, that's a machine gun. You know? Empty. Yeah, it's a one-man show of development team. So, or lots of things. Peaches, tomatoes, cat food. That's the same thing. Potato and peanuts. Right. Vegetables, yeah. Do you like my vegetables? Hello. Somebody's having a little hissy fit behind me. Cheeky fuck. Reload. Does not work. What? This is full on buckshot. There we go. Bye bye. And then quickly. KAM. He has a backpack. Can I grab it? Can't seem to grab anything. Hang on. Nomad backpack. Okay, too full. Drop the clothes. Move the yeast down here. No. Take the... Clear the chamber. Take the bullets. Maybe hang on to it for the sake of selling it, but otherwise, you know. Softy says, I miss horse riding. I wanted to be a jockey when I was a young girl, but then I hit 6 foot by the time I was 13. Dreams shattered. Gonna be honest, like, Softy, as in, you know, some people, like, I'm not saying, you know, to each their own, but being tall is itself, like, a thing that people are after. I've known some extremely short people being like, oh, you know, I wish I was 6 foot tall or over. My ex-girlfriend was tiny. It was weird. Like, full on, the moment she like, imagine, so, spiky goth, big goth boots. The moment she takes off one of them and places her foot flat on the ground, like, shrinks to, like, ridiculous sizes. Like a hobbit, like a goth hobbit. Careful, my weapon is not suitable at this range. Okay, let's get through. So look for lumber in sheds, apparently. We need to... There's a shed. Maybe scope around this way. We keep going across the bridge. Yeah, Goth Hobbit. That's, yeah. It's like an online name, isn't it? Tent under the bridge? Tent City? Let's go check it out. Again, for those joining the stream, you're looking at an extraction shooter which is PvE. A blend between Tarkov, DayZ and Stalker. Yeah, and I keep mentioning it, but I think the PvE edge of it, so the fact that it's only single player and sort of events that evolve over time, I think that was going to make it stand out. I'm enjoying it. It was only released early access this year, so obviously watch this space. Hopefully things will keep moving. But no, atmosphere, tone, feel of it. Not getting worried about dealing with cheaters who wiggle. What's this then? Small little concrete blockhouse of some description? Yeah, tents under the bridge. Switch over to the shotgun. Anything of note? Thank you, Nervous. Much appreciated, Nervous. That's very kind of you. A tent. Aha. Some balm we can sell, and a PM5 submachine gun. Yeah. Is there room to grab it? Probably not. No, we'll keep the rest for the sake of sale. Unless we... full-on inventory Tetris. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't put the resolution back up to 1080, did I? I might have done. I hear a voice over here. Good, still 720? Good. Trying to make it a lot less blurry with the bitrate. Nope, didn't work. Hear some voices. So it's war between NATO and Russia. I don't know. Maybe? There is certainly a conflict. And the suggestion that it went really, really global. And we're dealing with sort of like people living in the remnants of it. Someone is up here. So that's the school. That's where the doctor is. Don't just see any lumber. We need to get into this gymnasium as well. Hello, gorgeous. Are you being cute? Hmm? She's on the good shit. She's had some drugs this morning, and I took her for a walkies in her pram. Yeah. She's chill. Rub that belly. Hang on. Oh dear. Yeah, she's cute. She's fine. She's fine. So yeah. Hang on a minute. So what else is going on today? Hang on. So as mentioned, I'm working on Valheim bullshittery still. Alas, so I'm on the third week of work, so I think editing day 14. And what I'm doing, I'm still cutting the video together, I'm afraid. Typically, I would be done with a bullshittery cut, you know, going into the text and animation work by day 4 or 5, normally. There's often a bit of sort of like, this bit's a bit rough, that bit's a bit rough. But I'm on day 14, and it's taking longer because it's way bigger. Normal bullshittery, 10 minutes, this is 35. It's also chronologically consistent, so instead of just a bunch of clips, which are disconnected, where I don't really need to worry too much about which order the clips are in, this one is a, it's a playthrough. It's like an abridged playthrough. Shit. Should the piss? Gotcha. We good? Right. Shitting hell. Shitting hell. You cheeky bastard. He's running inside the school. He's down the end there. Where is he? Push him, push him, push him. Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch. Were you in there? Son of a bitch. Fuck you, dickhead. Jesus, there's no surviving that. Hang on. Oh, God. Hang on. How do I reload? Clack, clack. Right. Yeah, that hurt. Okay, eat some tomatoes. Try to, yeah, rehydrate. Okay. What is that? Just another Mosin. Okay. Go upstairs, speak to the doctor quickly before his stock resets. Another K-74, I see. Alright. Could have been worse if he had a full automatic weapon. SD Pepper just showed Lulu flopped on her back and Lady Pepper's... Sorry, and Lady Peppers and I heard her go, "Oh!" from upstairs. Greetings to Lady Peppers, SD Peppers. That's the doctor. Right. So hot plate, 8 minutes until it resets. Okay, so it looks like I just missed the reset. Right, so can I sell any of this? Trolleys, a metal shelf? How much will that cost me? Send me back. Quite a bit. Okay. Keep the submachine gun, it might be useful to me. Okay. Hand off these guns. Gum, powder. Hand off the yeast. Alright. 3 sets of tissues, maybe? They're quite bulky. We've already got a trolley at home. Okay. Gum, C-meds. Ease off on the yeast.
On kyllä vaikea vaiva. Mikä rohto tuo auttaisi?
Okay, can't make it perfect. We'll have to do.
Kiitoksia, kiitoksia.
Okay. What's the goal of the game? Survival, PJ. It's an extraction shooter where the deeper you go into the dangerous areas, the better the stuff you find, but the greater the risk of dying. Towards the end, when you enter zones in the Vostok region, a little skull icon will appear in the bottom right, indicating that dying in this zone will delete your save file. It's that sort of, yeah, experience. Okay, so...
Mikäs mies?
Thermal... What's this? Energy drink, antibiotics. So we need antiseptic. We found 1 saline. Where's this patient report? In the gymnasium, apparently. How do I get the gymnasium key? Class K, that's the shelter. Maybe it's rare, must be somewhere.
Jaa, valmista tuli.
How long? The cat's fine, 79% hunger. Right, let's move on. Let me just chew a bit of gum, make disgusting chewing noises. Okay. Check for anything here. Hello. Medkit. Oh, wonderful. We found a medkit. Big bag. Medkit. Okay. So full-on medkit, yeah, cures a whole bunch of problems. Hang on to that if I get a headshot or whatever. Okay. Yeah, hang on to that. Leave the rest of it because yeah, it's not that high value. Okay, I need to focus on some stuff that I really need, like lumber, for example, and any high-value stuff. Okay. So lumber. What's that there? Some nails. So someone said it was in sheds in this region. Sheds. Heard a voice over there. Stand by. Reloading. Can you drive the tanks? No. Should we head onwards to the outpost, maybe? Do we have the time? I think we got the time. It's going to get darker. This is not the way to the outpost anyway. Didn't check the arena sheds? Arena sheds? Arena sheds. Okay, before we move on too far. So plenty of sort of enough hydration, but again, I don't want to get... I want to keep that beer because that's a quest thing. Shobi, only 720 because of the bit rate. It gets very fucking blurry. All the foliage in this game. If I put up to 1080, it's a blurry mess. That down there. Oh, those artillery guns. Seems so. Alright. Nothing on him. Nothing there. No. Okay, let's head to the outpost though, but I do need to be careful because that is further afield, and it is costing me both time and hydration. Is there anything down there? No? Question mark? Hang on. No. Check my map. The world map says I'm here at the school, so this would be south. Yeah, just nothing. Okay. Question mark. So I don't know if that area's done yet. Shirota says, you argue that Tarkov's big downside is PvP, but did you know that there's a solo co-op PvE mode? Yeah, it's been mentioned. Yeah. It's behind a paywall, but it's there. Oh, really? Is that really the Tarkov's thing, though? I mean, obviously you can make it, you know... we best move. Here we go. Right. So 2 hours journey, 20%, 20 hydration, 10 hunger. It will cost me. Thank you, Free Q. Thank you very much, there, Free Q. Shit. Okay, it's the evening. Okay, we're at the outpost now. Right. So we're still in area 5, I believe. Okay. So hydration's getting low. So some pineapples, some meatballs. Yeah, the trouble is I really don't have the correct weapon for this area. Okay, we'll head that way where I found that bunker. How's the cat's hunger? 73%. It's fine. Yeah, head towards the bunker area. How many shots do I have for the shotgun? 2 remaining shells and whatever's in this gun. Then we're down to the pistol. Have I played Dark Wood? No, I've not. I believe it's a horror game, isn't it? Not really into those. Okay, so there should be a concrete bunker over here. There's normally at least a couple of enemy bandits in the region. So watch out for them. A really harvest. Quite similar to this. Top down though. Watch out. So yeah, looking for high-end things. Lumber notably. Do you want the filter? Hang on. Give you guys the filter again. Whoop. There you go. It's bright for you, but normal for me. Hello. G7 pistol, a single bullet, and a PM5K submachine gun. Yeah, Bye says, I'll only buy the game when the dev replaces Times New Roman on the UI. It could be worse, could be Papyrus. Papyrus. That's where I found the kitty. Yeah, this bunker's always a bit rubbish. I'm not really. Don't really find many things in here. Yeah, it's nothing really particularly mind-blowing. That's the exit. There's a mod for font replacement? Is there really? You mean it annoyed someone to the point that they made a mod to replace it? Oh, hello. KAM, damn. Hoodie, potato, C-meds. We may as well take a whole bunch of the C-meds now to heal. Alright. There we go. Yeah, so working on Valheim bullshittery. Again, it's going fine. I've been reviewing the near-finished cut, you see, and I'm not happy with the second half. I think it's weaker than the first half, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to shimmy some jokes over from the first half and disguise them a little bit, which is actually not that easy to do. Unfortunately, my TeamSpeak audio is baked in with the game audio, and the game has a particularly loud and obvious soundtrack for every biome in Valheim, so it's rather obvious once I've messed with it, you know? It's exposing my cutting shenanigans. Oh, I hear a voice to my left. probably outside then. Would I say the combat is boring? Maybe not initially, but as time goes on, variety would be appreciated. It feels like I'm doing the same thing, just dropping individual hoodie dudes. Yeah, I think as gameplay goes on, it would need to mix things up a bit. You need to be fighting squads. Maybe ones that flush you out, ones that roam. Yeah, but I know they do roam, but it feels a little aimless. Yeah, it needs a bit of variety, because it just feels like I'm... There's a dude here, so just wander here, he shoots me, I shoot at him, and then one of us wins. That's it. And then he's got a KAM. Headshot. Watch out for his mate. There's normally 2 of them here. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Oh my god! Is that an M4? Never seen one of those in a G7 magazine. It is an M4. An M4A1. Wow, okay. Does it do greater damage? Caliber, .223. Same damage, same penetration. I can't see shits. Match is not equipped. 100% condition. Common, apparently. Is it? Oh, shitting hell. Yikes. Let's have a quick comfort drink. Do I have any drink? Got some pears. Be a bit careful because my food is a bit low. Alright. Yeah, I do have quite a few G7. Yeah, I need to be firing the pistol more. Where'd that shot come from? Probably a bit further afield. Let's go. Can't see him. Okay. Yeah, we need to head further afield. I'm just worried about feeding the cat. And getting enough food to go that far. Because I've yet to find any decent place to restock food or water further out. Okay, move this way. Plus getting through that minefield. I mean, that was difficult. I suppose I know how to do it now. Bye-bye says your... What's cortisol? Sorry, what does that mean? For a minute there, I thought that would say cortosis, and that's the fucking mineral from Star Wars. Turning night, yeah. Stress, gotcha. Stress levels. Yeah. Well, look at her. Do you think she's stressed? Yeah. She's on drugs. She's got some nice painkillers floating through her body. Yeah. Nah, she's chill. She's my little potato. And I'm a particularly odd sight if you find yourself in Brighton and Hove and you see a gentleman pushing a pram with a Frenchie. That's probably me. Lots of people like looking from their cars, and a few ladies, like few mums going to school back and forth and doing that "aww" face. Because Luli's looking tired and getting pushed by her dad in a pram. Okay. So what am I doing? What's my plan? Obviously recover that. Ah, shit. Well, the plan was to find lumber. How do I give it the painkillers? The little tablets. I wrap them up. There he is. I wrap them up in, 2 of them, maybe? That was an assault rifle. Corned beef. Reduced salt corned beef. Okay, no bullets in this thing. 2 of them, either side, with assault rifles. They outrange me. There's one. Shit. Okay. It's worth just backtracking. Up my hydration. Eat my remaining food. Yeah, we have to, unfortunately. It feels like I'm being limited by the amount of food that I've got on me. Okay, we just got to backtrack. We're down to half hydration. And how much food do I have? That's it, apart from the beer. Peanuts maybe, but nope, we're backtracking. We're leaving. Wait 1 second, what's the next event? So, attack helicopters, but they're not here. Helicopter crash sites in all maps and zones, apparently. Jump over here. Yep, we're leaving. But yeah, so editing continues. Ordering telescope bits for the Eclipse coming up. I need to take a drive to the vet, which is a little bit inconvenient because the vet's nowhere near here. So I've got to drive into Brighton, find a parking spot, pull up, go to the vet, pay for the medication, get the piece of paper, then post the piece of paper, then put in the online order. Annoyingly, I also need to make an insurance claim on it, but I'm going to get hit with the premium, whatever it's called. Because technically this is an ongoing condition, but it's not the same as her vestibulitis or whatever it was called, vestibular disease. So I'm going to get hit with that annoying premium. Okay, run through the school again. Yeah, the ambient weather sounds amazing. Yeah, what sheds? Where are their sheds? Check the weapon. 9 bullets, 9 shells. That's a shed, isn't it? A bucket. No lumber, just a bucket. Okay. Why do you need to post? Because Lulu's on gabapentin, which is a type of controlled substance in the UK. So the online vet will only accept a physical piece of paper prescription. Shit. Someone's close. I think I heard him. Did I hear him? That sucks. That real sucks here. He's got the submachine gun. 1 second. Equip. Are these PM5? I see PM5K. See if a magazine on his. He does. Yeah. There we go. Full auto. How many bullets? Full max 22. Yeah. Right. Go to the doctor's stock quickly. Anything in these classrooms? No. M is for Malia, N is for Norsu, O is for Omena, P is for Palo, W is for WC. see. I think he's below me. Let's go get him. There he is at the end. Not anymore. Ooh, some juice, I'll take it. Okay. Here's the doctor. Greetings, Doctor.
Mikäs miestä vaivaa?
We couldn't find anything you wanted, I'm afraid, Doctor. All the things you need. Okay, you're looking for, yeah, saline. Well, we've got one saline, but you need 3. Oh, then again, can I start the delivery? Will you take it off me? No, I can't complete the delivery. 3 medkits as well. Jesus, you're not asking much, are you? Okay. So, you're 5 minutes until your stock replenishes. Okay. Painkillers, yeah, so get rid of all this. Hang on.
Ja valmista tuli.
Right, so get rid of that Glock. That's a high quality. Keep that one. Am I keeping the submachine gun? Nah, just sell it. Sell both submachine guns. Right. Yeah, very cool sunny
Mikäs
weather.
miestä vaivaa? On kyllä vaikea vaiva.
Okay, there we
Mikähän
go.
rohto tuo auttaisi?
Sell these. Get some painkillers. Shame we don't have any food. Yeah, take all your medicine. Gum. What else? Tall trolley. Are they useful to me? Probably not. Save a couple of guns for the food trader. Yeah, not a bad shout. Yeah, we're heading back through there anyway. Okay. Right, hand that over.
Kiitoksia, kiitoksia.
Right, okay, back we go then.
Muistetaan, että hyvä ryhti pidetään.
Why not use the MP5 as a secondary? Yeah, the pistol's fine. We'll get it sold. Pistol's fine. Plenty bangy.
Olikohan kaapissa vielä sitä linimenttiä?
I'm going to sell them both euro. Right. So we still can't get into that gymnasium, where apparently there's a patient report sitting over there. Okay. Right, we've got to get back and feed the cat. It's on half health. Bandages. Ooh, more bullets. Yes, please. Right. We check these. Are these sheds? They look more like classrooms to me. Some nails. Hello. Tomatoes, meatballs, more nails. Okay. Switch that off so I can't get seen. Now I can't see shit. Ooh. Pineapples, magazine, hoodie. Oh yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's a dressing room. Yeah. For PE. Yeah, I think you're right. I remember like a year and a bit ago. Actually, it was some time ago. It was probably a few years ago. Back when I went to see my doctor about that strange pain that I was experiencing in my gut. Basically, I had a very painful bout of food poisoning / something, and I was getting severe gas. And every time I did, it was excruciatingly, eye-wateringly painful. And I went to the doctor because I was worried that do I have a hernia or something, which is where like a piece of your intestine moves out of the abdominal wall. And part of the pain was also in my testicles. I remember this incredibly just sharp pain in my nuts. And so obviously I told my doctor and said, could that be part of it? Anyway, the doctor then decided to cop a feel. Sorry, I mean, he wanted to perform a physical examination. But what was quite funny is that I remember there was almost like this strange song and dance that the doctor did. Because it was a case of, okay, you know, the doctor needs to inspect your testicles. It happens. But it was a case of like, now please step behind the curtain. Like, okay. Now please, like, if it no, does the doctor have permission to step into the room? Yeah, that sort of thing. And I'm sitting there going, what? Just grab, doctor. You know? Just go. Don't be shy. But yeah, it was always like he I think he had to say the words out loud legally for legal purposes, I'm guessing. Hydrate? Yeah, we need to hydrate. But I remember it was very strange, like listening to all this stuff that he was spouting. When it was a case of like, just, you know, is there anything wrong with my balls? Let's cut straight to the chase. Yeah, like legalese. Yeah. So I heard someone over here. Anyway, so it seemed to be fine. I think I got some... I don't know if I got antibiotics. I think I just had a check-up to check that it wasn't serious. It's in here. Oh, fuck. Shot in the face with a shotgun. Shot in the forehead with a shotgun. Power of pistol and nothing else. Okay, and we'll get back as quick as we can. Right. Magazine for the RK and some bullets. Alright. I'd like to try this new assault rifle. What should I put me? Yeah, the trouble is, without going deeper into the zone, I'm sort of seeing the same locations and the same things, aren't I? I'd need to go deeper... deeper towards Vostok. But I feel I can't, not without leaving the cat to die. Hang on. And also getting an absolute vast amount of food and water. Because every time you cross the boundary, that's 20% hydration down. Then there's what? How many boundaries? Hang on. World map. So I've got to make the crossing 1, 2... Did that? 1, 2, 3, 4. At least, I'm guessing, to reach Vostok? And then back again, so at least 8. 20% each time. And pineapples, yeah, only fixes your hydration by... Okay, that's 20%. Okay. So what? I need 8 to 15 sources of hydration? Quite a lot. Bron says, I think you're meant to complete quests to unlock safe houses to move on. Do you reckon? Not? Yeah, good shout. Then the cat could come closer. That's true. Then again, how am I supposed to find food at outposts? Yeah, maybe you got a point. Maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. I'm on the far side of the village. Lumber? Any lumber? There's a tent. Oh, hello. Soda. Lovely. A religion book. Pistols. Don't really need these. No, leave them. Right. Sorry, follow me. So I just need to check my email for the vet thing. Hang on. Nope. No response from... Hang on. No response from the vet. Just waiting for them to say that the vet has finished your prescription and you can drive down. Okay. There's the village. Head to the trader. Right. Yes, I found a tent random over at Outpost. A small tent. There's still a place where I could feed the cat if I moved it there. Alright. Hi there, Donut. Hi there indeed. I can't see anything. Can you see anything? I can't. Fuck, it's so dark. Open with the cellar key. Ah. Cellar key. Thank you, Tulik. Thank you very much there, Tulik. Thank you kindly, Tulik. Welcome back, Tulik. Alright. Head to the trader. See what he's got in stock. What was that around the corner? Some duct tape. Can I grab it? Nope, I cannot. I'm totally full. Okay, leave it then. Some nails. Right. Have I discovered the third trader? No, apparently he arrives soon. A gunsmith over near the outpost. Right. Hello, generalist. Okay, what do you have? Some basic food. Okay. So for this, hand in this gun. Yeah, you don't really have a huge amount that I need. Bandages, cold medication. Okay. And this submachine gun. Alright. Yeah, we didn't really find anything, did we? What's that? Oh yeah, look. There's a full-on scope. Oh my god. How much will that cost me? Yes, please. Get that scope. Yeast. Sell the yeast. Okay, sell that full-on submachine gun. Full-on scope. Yeah, it's the same dude in different costumes, yeah. Yeah, can we get that fridge as well? What's that? That's an arcade magazine. I've got loads of those. Let's try that. Okay, let's go back and stick that on the Mosin. Cool. What did I do last night? Oh yeah, so when I finished the stream last night, I just ended up in casual conversation with Sayori, the former live streamer, and that continued until about midnight. Just chatting about bullshit. Put another video up, well, put the Valheim bullshittery up for render, and then went to bed. Oh yeah, so in the bathroom right now, something a little unusual, the duvet is soaking. So the polyester duvet, I took off the bed sheet and I'm soaking it in the bath with some what is it, washing up liquid or whatever, some laundry detergent. The reason for that is that it was getting a bit dirty now, but also I think that poor elderly Lulu behind me might have had a little bit of an accident because it was a bit weird smelling. I think she might have had like an old lady accident, which is fine, it happens, but so I decided to clean the bed sheets and soak the duvet. So later, after the stream, I'm going to take it and put it out in the sun. Hopefully it will dry. But yeah. Or it was me. Maybe it was me. Maybe I had an accident. I had another incident of the oyster wine. Hello, kitty. Yeah, 38%. Yeah, we need to feed you. Okay. Right, let's try this then. Hang on. Scope. Ooh, it is a proper scope. Okay. Proper scope. Yes, I did. Yes, I had a hot. So I bought oysters, and of course I'd never had oysters, so I was like, what the fuck are these? So I was cooking up some oysters and it was a disaster. But I did buy some oyster wine, the white wine that goes with it, and that was lovely. I ended up drinking way too much wine, and just before bed as well. And because drunk me then decided it would be a good idea. Well, I don't want to wake up with a hangover, so I should probably hydrate. So drunk me ended up drinking a whole load of water just before bed. Like, a load of water. Like, we're talking full to the brim bladder here. What followed was a completely avoidable yet hilarious accident when I had this dream going, oh, I'm just going to go to the loo in my dream. Oh, no! Lulu dives for cover. Suddenly her owner is flailing around like a water feature in the middle of the bedroom, flailing to get to the bog. Yes, I was fucking stupid, and it was entirely of my own making. But the wine was delicious. Right. Okay, so Mosin shotgun. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Put the ammo next to it. Right. When was this? Well, I posted up my my oyster, my cooked oysters. I cooked them because I was too nervous about eating them properly, and I cooked them with a bit of garlic, and they burnt and they went black. It was like oysters from Mordor. Twitten says, I'm allergic to oysters. I don't think I'm missing out on them much. Yeah, I mean, so I expected worse. I'm going to be honest. Everyone was telling these horror stories about oysters. And it sounded, oh my god, they sound disgusting. Oh, why would anyone eat oysters? And then I tried oysters, and it turns out the stories are nonsense. Like, people are eating oysters for a good reason. They're pretty good. They're like, so essentially, if you've had mussels, you've already had a shit oyster, essentially. It's like a premium mussel. It's that texture of a mussel. It's shellfish. So it's going to be slimy, but it's also full of flavour. Right. One second. Hang on. So what am I doing? So I've got the... what sort of bullets does the Mosin take? Should I rock the Mosin for a little bit? Ever had scallops? I might have done. I can't remember immediately. Hang on. Either the Mosin or the M16. Do I have a... don't think I have any... KAM magazines. I don't think I have any magazines for the Stanag-based weapons, do I? No. I need to find one or trade for one. That's a pistol. Okay, just leave the M16 in here then. We'll rock the Mosin for a spell. Right. Mosin, okay, pistol ammo. Got a whole bunch of wipes. I should probably just sell these. How's my health? My health is okay. Did you caught antfish in the game? Antfish? Hang on. I've caught pike and perch. Dead Meat says you can be very sexually active but have low/sterile reproduction capability or high reproduction capability but no libido. What, in the game? I hope not. Apart from those cheeky breeky bandits, there's not many opportunities to, you know, get your rocks off. Unless the generalist wants a spell. Got loads of painkillers. We should either sell them or, you know, do something with them. Right. Yes. Yeah, imagine someone making a sex mod of this game. You wanted to make a trade? Well, we got to get to know each other first. Wait, what? Then the music changes and the cutscene starts. No! Right, hang on. Okay, so I've got a few... yeah, so what is this rock? Sorry. It rocks 7.62 54mm cartridges. So 7.62 54. So the black box here. 20 of them. 21. It's really not that many. Is that all I have? There's really not that many. I better land all my shots. 13. Yeah, this is the ammunition for the assault rifles. Okay. Ignore the background cat is making you check your cat constantly. Oh dear. I've been listening to a piece of music recently, and it's in my sort of it's in my playlist or whatever when I'm editing. But I need to keep remembering that at one point the beat or like the background, whatever it is, sounds like a Steam notification, and it is incredibly distracting. Like every now and again, bloop, I'm like, what? Pavlovian, I tell you. Like, what the fuck? Someone wants me? No, it's not. It's fine. Okay. Well, we can rock the Mosin, but again, very low ammunition. Hang on. Press Control, open up the thing. Right. What about pistols, bullets? 4 magazines. Do we really need 4 magazines? I don't think we do. Unload the magazines. Sell these magazines. Yeah. Rock 3 magazines. If we're in a gunfight... Oh, hang on. That's not even a... Yeah. Rock 3 magazines. And if we're running low, we can stop and... Yeah. Tell you, one of the most peculiar things I remember realizing is that in combat situations, seeing soldiers keep their magazines. Because obviously, in my mind, I was thinking Hollywood or whatever, where you just throw the magazine to the floor. But no, you've got, you know, soldiers which are keeping the magazines because, you know, you get back to base or whatever. You've got boxes of bullets. You just reload the magazines. Right. Yeah, they're apparently not cheap either, are they? Okay, meat. Yeah, feed the kitty. Have some meat. Right, so we're low on hydration again, so we've got to go out there and, yeah, farm for some hydration. Right. You always think about this when watching any show. I was watching this one show. I only saw a clip of it. It was, if anything, it was a GIF. I saw a GIF of it, and then I saw a clip of it. And I'm going to say something incredibly unkind. It was extremely strange because they all looked so old. Like, all of the characters looked so old. And the reason why they looked old is because they were characters from, say... Sorry, actors and actresses from the early 2000s who had started to have the plastic surgery done. So their faces all look frozen in place with the whole filler and, you know, like the crow's feet reduction. And it's like... But the trouble is, they were playing as police officers. Young, active police officers. And these were people that looked like they were in their 50s. You know, like 50s, and their faces were frozen and awful. And I remember just looking at it and just thinking, people don't look like that. Just, you know, having that obvious realization. That is not what normal people look like. You look so out of place. It's just American Hollywood, whatever. Or American television culture. And then there was another thing where I saw an article talking about some random influencer that I've never fucking heard of. Random influencer caught in some problem, whatever, again, over in America. And his face was so weird. His face was so strange. Like a doll. Filter? Sorry. And then I went to the Wikipedia. So I was like, who is this dude? I've never heard of this guy. Like, literally first I've ever heard of him. And then I looked at the Wikipedia page, and it's just a normal picture of him. And it said, like, such and such influencer, picture taken in 2009. And like, yeah, like, holy shit, like, comparing what he looked like now to what he looked like then, it's like an alien. Motherfucker looks like an alien. Okay, find food, water, lumber, coffee filter. Yeah, I get it. I mean, time makes fools of us all. But there was something, yeah, just really awkward about seeing... what has become the norm in television looks so obviously inhuman. Did we go this way? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, that's down to the highway. What's that? Is that a dude? Hang on. The sensitivity when looking down the scope is crazy. Head bob, field of view, look sensitivity, aim. Oh, scope sensitivity. Sweet. Hey. Yeah, the UI is pretty good. Whoever's, yeah, the guy who did the guy who did everything, did a good job with the UI, I think. Alright. Hi there, Naughty. I hope you're well. Hope you're very, very well, sir. Naughty, I had a thought that popped into my brain, but it's a good thought, but it's kind of a bad thought at the same time. I've got the hankering, as you can probably tell, I've got the hankering for some DayZ or Rust or something. But how the fuck are we going to follow up on Rust? Like if we did restart Rust. It was so good. But I think we need to consider the next survival open world thing that we do. Yeah. Naughty says I agree. How do we beat that Rust playthrough? And this is a shed. Maybe we can find lumber in here? Looking for lumber. Maybe I should try down the highway at the market. Get a medical splint, grab that. Painkillers, combat boots. All of this is tradable. The dog's farted, it stinks. Medical cabinet. I can't see anything, it's very dark. Is there something? Yeah, why not? Let's track down the highway. Yeah, just, put a pin. Yeah, I'm just thinking, fancying something. Don't know about you, but Naughty, but I'm fancying something. Freezer, some yeast, which we don't need. Religion book, fishing book, magazine. Try and find the good shit. Return to WoW and form a guild or whatever. Oh god, no thank you. My time in WoW is extremely done. That book is closed and sealed. Never again. Yeah, I did my time in WoW. What's that there? Just a thing. I once found the time-lost proto-drake in WoW. Oh, water. Wonderful. Yeah, we know. It says Nero. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I speak like... Oh, yeah. I speak of WoW like the time I did in the army. Yeah. You say that, legit. My mum and I had a conversation the other day while sitting on a park bench, and she went, "Oh, do you remember?" And then she said my WoW name at the time. She said my prior name that I went under, which I'm not going to say. But and then I had a shiver of revulsion. I said, "No, that time is over." Almost like it was a wound. But it was strange. I felt like Ben Kenobi, you know. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Matches, a jacket. Never been tempted? Nope. WoW wasn't about its game mechanics, it was about its people. And the people have, generally speaking, moved on. At least from my perspective. There are new people there, of course, but, yeah. WoW was not about its game mechanics. Because, frankly, especially back in Classics, some of its game mechanics were just ass. Oh yeah? Alistair built a great little WoW community. Yeah. What's the selling point of this game? Yes, Lolosiraptor. So, Stalker meets Tarkov meets DayZ, an extraction shooter, but it's PvE. It's entirely PvE. So only offline, only single player, where I'm moving through, essentially moving east, so Vostok I think means east, and we're moving east into ever more dangerous areas with better gear, so high risk, high reward, which we can bring back to our shelter. But also, as you get further towards the east, you enter zones where if you get killed, it deletes your save file. Drink this soda. So it's that sort of a game where it's like all or nothing, don't fucking get shot. Okay, you know what? I've got not bad hydration. What day is it? Day 9, helicopter crash sites begin. Day 10, so in one day, the gunsmith returns. Okay, let's head to the next. We'll head over to the highway, go to the hardware shop. Is there anything south of the, north of the highway? Did I ever go that far? Let's have a look. The dog keeps farting. Ugh. Highway, so it'll cost me 10% hydration. Okay, I can make the journey. Alright. So, here's the highway. So, world map highway, question mark. I don't know if that's been implemented yet. Yeah, let's just continue all the way down to the south of the highway. See where it takes me. Grumpy says it's why the fact that MMOs with WoW at the head have been killing themselves by streamlining all social interaction and bothers out of the game. Yeah. Yeah, that classic, you know, looking for raid or looking for group. I never saw that actually. I saw the looking for group, but I never saw the looking for raid. As I keep mentioning, I used to play as a healer. My god, you did not have any trouble getting a group. Probably the same for the tanks. Only one of my alts was a tank. But yeah, when you're playing as a healer, especially if you have a reputation on your server as a particularly skilled healer, yeah, no trouble finding a group. Oh yeah, I think I did go this far, didn't I? Just make sure there's nothing down there. Matthew says you tried healing once. It made you understand why healers are always so angry. Yeah, I told the story a billion times, but when I was a healer in WoW, I always remember taking it so personally when someone died. Because if they die in a party, it's probably your fault. I mean, they could have stood in something, but you're the healer. You're meant to try and heal them. So if they die, then finger pointing immediately turns to you. So I was in 5-mans, and when someone died, I'd be like, oh no, how terrible. Anyway, so then I started joining raids, and the equation completely changes. You're not one healer anymore. You're in a team of, like, say, 6 to 10, depending on the size of the raid. And if someone dies, fuck them. They probably had ample warning to move out of the thing, and they didn't. I mean, sometimes you got to heal people because, yeah, they were taking mass damage or whatever. But yeah, it was quite funny how the equation changed, and it was like, you know what, I'm going to let you die. You stood in that ring of poison that was slowly creeping below the boss because you wanted to do more melee damage to the last fucking moment, didn't you? Yes, indeed, Fibber. 30 FPS and 720. Trust me, you don't want me to go higher. I'm running on 120 FPS, as you can see from the top left, but I've dialed it down because the bitrate is absolute poopy ass. See you. Reload. Is that him there? Shit, don't do that. He is there, hang on. Rest my arm. Gotcha. Right. What's my favourite memory of WoW? I'd rather not repeat it because I've repeated it 10 billion times. The Hodir raid where we proved our mettle. Most spectacularly proved our mettle. Okay. But there were many of them. There's a great many moments. I probably won't tactical unless something changes. I don't think YouTube is the place to do live streaming, is it? Again, maybe I'm just out of touch, but I don't think YouTube's community is live stream friendly, is it? Alright. Is it this guy? Yeah, pistol. He stood no chance. What, you thought you'd have a go? Yeah, good luck, mate. Nails and some juice. I'll take the juice. Let's see, so the highway I see, so it's a tunnel. That's why I never saw the exit. Is the tunnel blocked? I presume it's probably blocked. Yeah, I'll check it out anyway. Lucian says, more so than it used to be, but you're still on the edge about YouTube streaming. Yeah. I'm not convinced, personally. I don't... Maybe the wind will change dramatically and YouTube will be the place to go when streaming, but once you're already established on Twitch, is it wise? Yeah, we're not going through there. Yeah, you can do both. At the same time, why bother? Surely, if people wanted to watch you, they'd just go to Twitch. Surely. Oh, hello. You can go through. Maybe only partially. Wouldn't surprise me yet if it hasn't been fully implemented yet. Juice. Ah, a Stanag magazine for the M16 that I found. Okay. What's this? The tunnel key. We don't have the tunnel key. Okay. That's an M4, not an M16? Ah! I'm going to say, what is the difference? Aren't they the same bang bang gun? Just with different numbers on it? American assault rifle? Thank you, Jelly. Wow. Juice, beer, pineapple. Nice, take all of it, or most of it. Good, plenty of juice. I see, the M4 is smaller, the M16 is longer. Okay. Dog. Dog, 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 dog. Alright. Yeah, that's the end of the tunnel. Okay, makes sense. So there's a tunnel key. Cool. Well, you'll have to forgive me, Martin. I'm not really a gun guy. Every single type of brown woodstock gun that comes from Russia is an AK. Every type of gun that looks like that is an M16 from America. Hello, what's that? It's an AK. Right. Okay. So we can't proceed northbound on the highway. Let's head up to the hardware shop, then head back. Look for coffee filters and lumber. Yes, Sona. It's an offline extraction shooter. So what's happening on this day that I've survived? I've survived until day 9. Helicopter crash sites on all zones with a 10% chance. Keep your eyes peeled. Gunsmith returns tomorrow. Then a 10-day break. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the events. It is early access. Outpost gets compromised. Don't go there. Okay. Thank you, Uruto. Hi there, Uruto. Stand by. Just double check that. Yep. Oh shit! Fuck it up. Close the thing. Close the thing. Son of a bitch, you piece of... Son of a... I see you. Come on. My aim is piss. Gotcha. He's down. Whew, made me jump. Alright. We'll head this way, actually. There we go. Yes, Mega. So it's not PvP. So those are not humans. Fuck. There we go. Bandits, looters, soldiers, mercenaries, cheeky breeky guys with AKs. People looting the demilitarized zone here. There's another dude. Excuse me. He's got a bolt action like I do. Fuck. No. Bolt open. Hang on. Control for bolt open. Left click for bullet in. Control for close the bolt. He's gone around the back of the shop. Calla Market. They're selling callas. Let's go. Have I ever played Stalker Gamma? No, the only Stalker I've played is the original Stalker. Fish Market? No, it says Calla, see? Calla Market. Not Fish Market, don't be silly. There's no indication whatsoever that that's a fish market. Silly chat. Why did they decide to fire at me at that distance? Optimism. I just shot the guy in the balls. Gone inside the shop. There he is. Shooting hell. Fuck. Reload. Fuck. There we go. Shoot. How many bullets do I have left? Click in there. Left control. Check the 5. 5 bullets left. Let's go. Check the bullets. 16 bullets, and I've got many magazines. Let's not die in the Calla Market. Gum and a torch. So the other guy was wearing blue. It's not him. So there is another guy here. There's the knife button. Ooh, finally! We found some deodorant. We need it for the yeah, it's one of the quests. Bullets, children's book, a pillow. Lovely. We found deodorant. What's that? Some tuna at the Cala Market. Some pea soup at the Cala Market. Watch out, he's probably in this area. Can't hear him. Check the back door. Here. Okay, there's the back. No, it doesn't open from here. Okay. So the guy that I shot at either came in or he went all the way around. Okay, here we are. This is what I'm here for. So start looking for coffee filters or lumber. Empty can. Coffee filters or lumber. Let's have a look. Did I check these ones? Yeah. Nothing so far. Cat food. Bring that back for the cat. 71% health. So after this, we'll head back and feed the cat and probably go and get on with Valheim editing. Although I should probably go and hand in the deodorant. Come on, nothing. Alright. Shit fuck. Nothing. Well, bugger. Okay. Can't climb these. Okay. Yes, indeed, Tulik. Yeah, yeah. Right. Honestly, I do think it would be better if the stuff did not respawn. You know. Maybe give you a little spray like a tin. Spray something as checked. Magazine for a submachine gun. We'll grab that. Alright. Yeah, Harvest, I like this sort of game. I'm listening for the dude. Can't hear the dude. Come on. Would I recommend the game? Yeah, maybe like put a pin in it. I mean, remember, this was only just released this year. Spring this year, so either pick it up now to support the dude, or maybe put a pin in it for later to see where it goes in, say, 5 or 6 years. Because, yeah, it's quite immersive, it's quite fun. I'm enjoying the offline element. The feel of it, the UI is excellent, the gunplay feels satisfying. Must admit though, I do think the gameplay is getting a bit repetitive after, say, 3 to 4 hours of play, and once you've got an assault rifle now, you've sort of figured it out. It needs that next step, and maybe that's on me. Maybe it's because I haven't reached Vostok yet. Maybe the next step is He's upstairs, I think. You mean early access? Early access is not released for gold. Never said that. Never said it was. But nevertheless, first impressions are critical at the start of early access. And first impressions are so far good. Son of a bitch. But yeah, see where it goes from here. Right. Yes. Weirdly, some people fight me on that. Yeah. Early access is still a release. It is still your release, in my opinion. It is still your launch. Anyone who's going to swing in early to check it out and get first impressions is going to get their first impressions there. Any online journalists who are going to write a piece are probably going to do it there. Always put your best foot forward when it comes to setting a good impression. That seems really obvious to say. Like, you kind of dumbass sets a shitty impression on their first early access. Hang on. Okay. Right, so we'll head back, bring the deodorant back to the trader. Alright. Cool. How many bullets do I have left for the... I've only got 5, that's it. Then I'm all out. Okay. Oh, hello, what the fuck? Meatball, cassette, man... Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that gaining. Not like journalists, but people are probably going to scoff at the wording. But you know what I mean? As in, like, any media or YouTuber or live streamer attention is probably going to be front-loaded at the beginning. Those who benefit by seeing the new things are probably going to check the new things when they're new. Maybe in 1.0's launch, if you make a big song and dance about it on Steam. Maybe. Don't count on it, though. Alright, quickly, let's get back. Emmy says, I'm so glad I never planned to be a mother. I could not handle a screaming child. Likewise, I also have no plans to become a mother. Yeah. So, you know Lamb Ram? My brother Lamb Ram? Yeah, every time like one of his toddlers is having a screaming fit, I'm sitting there going, oh, I'm so glad. So glad I never took that fork in the road. Hi there, Dinklebean. Dinklebean, I hope you're fantastic. Hope you're A-OK. Dinkle says it's 2026, you can be a mother if you want to. You really can't. You really can't. Where's the fetus gonna gestate? You're gonna keep it in a box? Right. Okay, here we go. So my hydration, 29%. Yeah, I've got loads of food. Yeah, so get the... Well, hang on a minute. Where's the deodorant going? Crafting. I'm pretty sure it's going to the generalist trader, isn't it? Quest. Antibiotic, antiseptic. Saline, salings, a harmonica randomly. Battery cables. Beer. I relate to that. Deodorant and wipes. Sweaty business over at the generalist. So let's go. Back to the village. Alright. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Check my emails one more. Waiting for an email from a vet to say that Lulu's prescription is ready to be picked up. Nope. Right. Okay, so through the village we go. Watch out. Do I have a favourite alcoholic beverage? Not really. Sounds silly, but the cheap-ass watery beers are just good to chill when you want something to drink that's refreshing. Everyone's all like, oh, these craft beers full of flavour or whatever, but often it tastes like you're drinking, like it's a chore to drink. Just give me some slightly flavoured water. Budweiser, it's fine, whatever. It's been a long day at work. I don't give a fuck about your stupid craft beer. Maybe I'm basic. Well, I heard him. For those joining, not sure what you're looking at, this is a PvE extraction shooter in the vein of Stalker, DayZ, or Tarkov, where getting shot loses a lot. Like, everything on my person will be gone, permanently deleted if I die, and I'll respawn back at the at my shelter. But if you go in the later zones, which we're not in, but if you go there, if you die, it deletes your save file. Don't get fucking shot. Dude in here, Aaron. We good? Why? Why you do this? Why? Right. No. Don't need your pistol. Don't need your pack. Right. Reload. Ooh, lovely. 9mm bullets. Meat for the kitty. Quickly reload my 2. The UI is very smooth. I do like it. Winter jacket. Just give me shitting help. Fucking ouch, that hurt. Quickly heal. I'm not bleeding. I'm okay. Oh, is that what it's for, Aquino? No, I've not tried it. Fucking neck. Shitting hell. Ooh, okay. Don't really have the space for that. Or do I? Can I do a bit of... No, we don't. Leave it. The bullets, though. Don't forget the bullets. Can we grab the bullets? Transfer... No, not easily. Sorry, I can't look at that. Can you go prone? I don't think so. Right, drop that actually. Move that there, right? Swing that around. No. No. Okay, my bad. I'm not paying enough attention. There's no magazine in that either. It's fine. Yeah, sell this one then. Jonas, extraction shooter. I need to get back to my shelter. The cat has 58% hunger and it's... Yeah, I need to feed it. There. Do you see him? I saw him. He's milling around by the trader. I can fit both of them? Can I? Just push him quick. 15 bullets. Lower the gun. Shitting help. Got him. Right. Good. Okay. Leave that for a second. Pop in and visit the trader. Okay, we have your deodorant, sir. So, What does he say? So the days out here are long and sweaty, especially in the summertime. Since air conditioning, showers, and running water are just a faint memory from the past, it's important that you maintain personal hygiene and odor control for the sake of the others. You might wonder why not go wash in the lake or the sea? Well, let me tell you why that's a bad idea. After the initial explosion, these waters are far from refreshing, and there's something nasty going on. I've seen so many dead fish lately that my arse is not going in that water, that's for sure, and I highly recommend the same for you. It's a sweaty business, but we just have to figure out some alternative methods to staying fresh. So deodorant and wipes. He'll give me a fishing rod, tackle box, a Jaeger, lots of stuff actually. I probably don't have the room to complete the thing. Hang on. So can I sell first? Sell this, sell that. In exchange, get some soda. Get some tuna. I don't need that other map. Freezer? Can't quite afford it. Trade something else. Trade something else. Take care, Donut. Have a good afternoon. Other wipes, maybe? Splint, some gum. Some of the painkillers. You're just trying to sell basic bits, really. How many tourniquets do I have? Sell that one. A cassette. Okay, there we go. Now we should have sufficient room to make the trade. So hello. So tasks handed in. Yeah, where is it? Oh look, cassette player. Oh, I see. You'll give me one. Sell all the peanuts. They're the source of my dehydration. Yeah. Start delivery. Sorry, where is it? Here it is. Okay, so deliver some wipes and deliver the deodorant. Complete. My tax has gone down to 60%. And not enough room for the fishing vest in my inventory. No worries. Shimmy things around. Inventory Tetris. Doobly-doo. Doobly-doo. Boop, boop. Alright. Okay, fishing vest. Alright. So what does it actually do, the fishing vest? Just carrying capacity and insulation. Okay. Right. So his stock changes in about a minute, so we may as well just hover and wait for a second. Alright. But yeah, what I'll do, folks, is I'll go back and feed the cat and then probably wrap up for today and go and get on with the editing for Valheim. I've also got to keep my eyes on my phone and get ready to dart out to see the vet for the sake of Lulu's prescription. She needs her drugs. So Lulu's on painkiller drugs. Right. Oh yeah, I've got water. I've got a bottle of water. Yeah, can I do that? He wants me to make him some sugar wine. So crafting, sugar wine. Here it is. So bucket I've got, water lock. Okay, 3 units of water. I need to get 3. Alright. Compote. It's a type of jam, isn't it? Yeah, water's not easy to come by. Okay, stock changes momentarily. Alright, maybe the juice. Can I trade for the juice? Trade for the juice. Here we go. Stock changing. Stock changing. What have we got? We've got a shotgun. Good. Get the hydration. Okay, is there anything we can trade for it? Maybe the gun outside. Which language is that? Simlish. You know that gibberish language that they make up in The Sims? A Dapaducci. A Bludenthaler. That thing. What do you mean Finnish? What are you talking about? It's clearly Simlish. Right. Hi there, Nick Cloud. Hi there indeed. Hope you're having a smooth day at work, Nick. Alright, hand in this AK and this magazine. I do need to wrap up in a minute though, Nick. I've got work to do myself. Juice, peaches, peas, a cobra scope. Okay. Yeah, it's the hydration that we really need. Alright. Yep, peaches, peas, juice. Let's grab all of that. Anything else? Meat, maybe? No, can't afford it. Meatballs? Peanuts? Get the peanuts. Right. Right, we run back then. Let's run back. Got a second fishing rod. Hydration's dipping fast. Feed the cat, pick up the M16. Put the Stanag magazine in the M16. Maybe shoot it for a couple of bullets and see what it sounds like. Alright. You're welcome, Shiro. Hi there, Shiro. Take care, Kuraliton 777. Have a smooth day at work. And thank you again, Dinklebean, for subbing. And thank you, Jelly Slot Boom and Tulik. Alright. Right, we're back. Be sure to feed the giddy. Here we are. Okay, so on that excursion, the Mosin was fun, but the bullets are a little bit few and far between. Alright. Hey, giddy. Right. Mosin. Okay, so take that. There we go. Hey, sweetheart. Hello, Philippa. Right. So, we have ourselves an M4A1 assault rifle, which uses .223 caliber bullets. What do we have here? Put tuna there. Do I have any cat food? Can't see any. Here they are. I've got 133 of them. Wonderful. Okay. So, I know. I'll remove the magazine. Where is it? Sorry. Here they are. Alright. Can I put the submachine gun in the secondary? I could. Alright. Do I have a submachine gun kicking about? I probably got rid of them. Okay, what scope? Oh, I can put the Cobra scope on that. What about this? The microscopes. Here is a Cobra scope. Not too bad. Microscope? Even better. And an EXP. Go with the EXP. Can I put the... No, can't put the silencer on it. Alright. Put these shotgun things here. Right. So let's go shoot it a little bit. Hang on. Alright. Hold control and scroll to adjust the scope, says K-Piss. I'll give it a go. Hang on. Oh yeah! How does that help? Just big, small, just so it's not so in your face? Neat. Interestingly, my my telescope has something that's a little similar to this. It's more just like a small dot. Yeah, I've got something similar on my telescope when it comes to aiming at the planets. Is I pointed that one? Yeah. Right, drink some juice. My hydration is low. Alright. And then shoot it once. Hang on. So press... Is there a... So 31 bullets. Hang on. Is there a... There we go. So what's the difference? I don't know. Hang on. Close that. So here we go. So what does it sound like? Pretty cool. Nice. Cool gun. We'll take it. Alright. Let's go in and feed the kitty. Go get some tuna or something. Do I have any tuna? I've got some meat on me, surely? Yes, I've got a can of meat. Hey, kitty. Hey, Philippa. Here, have some meat, Philippa. There you go. The cat is eating. Therefore, it is busy. Do not disturb. Right. Okay, well, thank you for watching, folks. Sorry, I know it was a bit just running around farming stuff and not a... Yeah, if anything, I think the gameplay... Either I need to go further ahead so the gameplay mixes it up a bit, or maybe it's just a bit early access and we haven't quite gotten there yet. Yeah, so I need to find a way of getting east, having enough hydration and food, and being able to keep the cat alive at the same time. Hey, sweetie. Right, so... I'm going to go get on with Valheim editing. I've got much to do today. Forgive me, I've also got some distractions that I've got to deal with. I need to order the correct telescope part in preparation for the eclipse. Therefore, I need to read about that and make sure I pick the right one. As said, I also need to dive into the car and drive over to see the vet to get a prescription for Lulu's medication because she's got some painkillers that she needs and she's low on. I'm sure I'll be around this evening. If not, then please forgive me. I might just be working, but we'll see. But, yeah, thank you for being here, everyone. Yes, hello. Yeah, and good luck in your own survival adventures if you do pick up Road to Vostok. Right, I will leave you in the company of... Hang on, let's see who's doing what. So quit to main menu from the shelter. Quite a few people are doing different things. I will leave you in the company of... What's he doing? Oh, is this... No, I thought he was playing WoW for a second there. I think he's just looking at clips. I'll leave you with Sam. So what's he doing? I don't know. He's looking at footage. I don't think this is an actual game. I'll let him explain. So this is Sam. You've seen him before. He's a knobhead. Thank you for watching. And thank you, Tactical Amegu. Thank you.